Hello, and welcome once again in another special episode of Into the Dark. Today, I'm gonna show you horror character that can beat the Homelander from the boys. Horror character always consider as human level characters that only kill teenager. But it's most of the time just because people don't do enough search about horror media. And I'm also gonna say something for the horror fan watching this video. Immortality is not durability, and even though a character has immortality, he can still be damaged, knocked out, and capture. So no, just because you're immortal doesn't mean you win any fight, especially if you are as slow as Jason and Michael Myers. So don't expect to see them in this video. So how strong is the Homelander? To begin with, he can casually throw people around hard enough to smash a car. His laser vision can destroy private jet. He's bulletproof. He can easily kill and punch through black and white. Who casually survive building explosion.
Ich habe die Besuite, Hof der Champs-Élysées. Ich komm bewaffnet in die Wohnung, mets-toi tout nu, frère. Von Mittag bis Mitternacht, laisse-moi toucher ta Keke. Auf dem Motorrad bin ich wie ein Hauber angesogen. Ich bin nach in Berlin, Mann, ein Tuptis Gang. Keiner kann mich toppen, da muss Lip ja du Kaka.
He survived that explosion, which is strong enough to level a city block.
Since oh, fuck.
And it's stated that no weapon on Earth can kill him. Yes, even nukes. That would put Homelander's attack potency anywhere from city block to city level. As for speed, he can save people from C4 explosion.
Oh well.
Wakey, wakey.
That feat alone would give him hypersonic speed. But the only downside is that Homelander don't know how to fight, and most of the time he just spam laser on people. So who is gonna be the first horror character that can beat him? Once upon a time, Psycho Goreman was a slave in one planet called Gygax, until he found a gem that gave him immense power. He fought armies and Templars, but he was defeated by the Planetary Alliance and was imprisoned on Earth. So how strong is Psycho Goreman? Well, first of all, laser just bounced off his skin, and it's stated that he single-handedly destroyed a planet.
He has single-handedly extinguished entire planets from existence.
Not only that, but Psycho Goreman can also make things explode just by looking at them, or even modify the molecular structure of someone just by looking at them.
Is this nigga serious?
You understand that the fight is not even close. Homelander is city level at best, and Psycho Goreman can destroy an entire planet at least. So next character.
That don't work. There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Pinhead is not one person, but a title given to people turned into extra-dimensional, being called Cenobites. For this video, I'll take the original Pinhead. And yes, it's the one in DBD.
You opened the box. I came.
To begin with the low-level feat, Pinhead is able to cut someone in half with a sword. And while Pinhead is rarely showing physical feat, he can use his power to summon an infinite amount of chain from another dimension. These chains are strong enough to cut through a train like butter. The chains can not only emerge from Pinhead, but from inside anything he wants. That means he can literally tear Homelander apart from inside. And despite only having supersonic speed due to catching bullets with his mouth only, Pinhead has an advantage over Homelander. The fact that a normal Cenobite is immune to any non-magical attack. Long story short, if you don't use a magical weapon on this dude, that will do 0 damage to him. For example, using rune-carved bullet hurt him. So in short, there is nothing Homelander can do to hurt Pinhead. Now for the real feats. Pinhead at the peak of his power was able to grow bigger than the planet Earth and cause planetary devastation. That feat alone would give him multi-continental attack potency and durability via sheer size. And now I'm gonna talk about how the fuck a horror character can even do that feat. So in the verse of Hellraiser, there is a place called the Dream Sea. The Dream Sea is a place that includes all stories, narratives, and beliefs. It includes all stories as well as non-written stories, and even non-written concepts and ideas. It is said that the Dream Sea is now dead, and the guy literally tells us that the Dream Sea is dead and corrupted, because Pinhead casually took a piss in it.
Is this nigga serious?
And yes, I'm dead serious. That feat alone would give Pinhead universal attack potency. That mean all Pinhead gotta do to kill Homelander is to piss on him to death. The only weakness Homelander could exploit is removing the pins of his body to remove his power, but it would be useless as Pinhead can use telekinesis to reattach them and reverse all of his injuries. So next character.
The funeral is about to begin, sir.
I know. For people that don't understand, there is peoples that say the Tall Man and the whole Phantasm franchise is just a dream. And we're not here to discuss if it's true or false, and because this video is mainly made for entertainment, we're gonna assume he's not a dream, just for the sake of continuing the video. The Tall Man is an evil, sadistic entity that was once a kind old man named Jebediah Morningside. Before becoming the Tall Man, Jebediah was smart enough to create a device that gave him the power to travel through space and time. So why can the Tall Man kill the Homelander? When you see the Tall Man's feat, he's only showed crushing metal sphere, lifting people with one hand and tanking an RPG shot with only few burn damage, right? You're probably asking to yourself, how would this old man find a way to kill the Homelander? Well, it's simple. Hacks. Hacks is a catch-all term for abilities that can be used to ignore or bypass one or more of a target's statistics, rendering them irrelevant. The most common hacks are the ones that ignore durability, and their scale or potency are unrelated to their user's AP and tier. First of the Tall Man's hacks is time travel, as he can just open a portal through time and kill Homelander as a baby, or even preventing his birth. And yes, this time, he has a way to kill the Homelander, because the Tall Man built a lot of those giant spheres. Each can destroy a building. That way the old man would just atomize baby Homelander. And if this guy is smart enough to build a time machine in the 1800s, what make you think he wouldn't find where Homelander was created back in time? And I know you're gonna say, what if Homelander speedblits him? Which allow me to introduce you to the second hacks of the Tall Man. You see, there is thousands of versions of the Tall Man in the multiverse, each of them sharing memories together. So if the Homelander killed the Tall Man, which is 100% what he's gonna do since he's stronger, either another Tall Man is gonna replace the dead one, or another version is gonna go back in time to prevent Homelander's birth.
Tens of thousands. I'm in dimensions you cannot possibly imagine.
So yeah, hypothetically the Tall Man win just because of his hacks. Anyway, next character.
Bring me back to where we started out.
No.
The Warlock is an evil witch whose power comes directly from the devil. And he's the son of the devil, and seek to destroy all of creation. Like the Tall Man, the Warlock has a lot of hacks that he can use to kill the Homelander. Trying to speedblitz the Warlock wouldn't work, as just looking into his eyes can blind you. That would prevent Homelander to use his laser on the Warlock. Even if Homelander managed to tear him apart, The Warlock can still endure being reduced to a sack of bones via magic. He can turn Homelander into an object with no power and just destroy him. He can turn people into glass or whatever he throw at them, which is an instant kill since Homelander would be made of glass. He can transmutate your flesh and pull you into another dimension, leaving you there forever. And lastly, if he were to say the last name of God backward, he will undo all of creation. And by undo I mean destroying the literal universe.
Is this nigga serious?
He can also read your mind. But anyway, he would just have to turn Homelander into glass and break him to win so next character. The Horned Serpent is a creature from the analog horror named Monument Mythos, created by Mr. Manticore. But before analyzing his power, let's see how disturbing his story is. George Washington was the first president of the USA until he tried to cut down a tree. The tree was unfortunately a gateway to another dimension, and Washington fell in it by accident. Once in the dimension, his body began to mutate in an inhumane way, turning him into a snake-like creature. That's how George Washington became the Horned Serpent. Now let's analyze his power. First of all, Washington is weirdly enough the dimension itself, which is infinite in size. But that also means he's a time paradox. The dimension is stated to ignore space and time, which would give him immeasurable speed, since he is the dimension itself. If this thing wasn't OP enough, he has the same power as Richard Nixon, who in this universe is just a piece of the prison of Alcatraz, who earned his power by copying Washington's powers. Those powers include reality warping, time travel, subjective reality, plot manipulation, existence erasure, clairvoyance, dimensional travel, and strangely enough, Nixon has earned the power to turn anything he wants into a piece of fiction. Washington should have that power on a greater scale, since Nixon had to copy him to attain them. And I forgot to say it, but all of the characters' attack potency are equal to their durability, since they can survive the same amount of energy they use for their attacks. And yes, the piece of Pinhead is included. The Horned Serpent's attack potency would be universal plus, as he destroyed a whole universe from the timeline just by waking up. That universal destruction event is gonna bring us to the conclusion of this video, so now I'm gonna answer some questions. First is why I'm even making this video. Well, if you stay long enough on YouTube, you should have watched those videos named Homelander versus Horror Character. In the comment of those videos you can see people saying that the whole Horrorverse is weak or shit like that. Also, a lot of people say, if Homelander win against Jason, why does he lose against Freddy? Maybe because one of them can explode planet and the other can't. Homelander is just the strongest in his verse. Out of it, he loses to thousands of people. He's just a guy who relies most of the time on his power, and has no real combat experience. If any character with combat skills even come close to Homelander's power, they will humble this man. Any horror character in this video has either more broken hacks than him, or is just strong enough to destroy a universe or a planet which Homelander can only dream of. And actually a lot of people beat this man. I'm talking AM. I'm talking the Q. I'm talking Leprechaun. Even Astolfo, the femboy, would beat him, and yeah, I'm dead serious. And if you like and subscribe for a part 2, maybe I'm gonna talk about Astolfo. But anyway, my point could be simplified into: people don't do enough research on horror characters, or even any other characters in versus debate. So to end the video, please like and subscribe for more video like this. Until then, I was your host for today, and it was the second episode of
Into the dark.